Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Reshmi Mukherjee. In my channel, you get ICC, ISC, English Literature and English Language Stories. Now today, what we are going to do, as you can see on the screen, we are going to start Macbeth Act 2, Scene 1, which is Class 11's topic. We just have Act 1 and Act 2 only in Class 11 exam. Once you go to Class 12, you will do the rest of the acts, that is 3, 4 and 5. Now, Act 1 and Act 2 both are very significant. In Act 1, we see the build-up when this model, the planning, okay, and they are going, something is going to happen, something is doing. Duncan comes to Macbeth's house, and Macbeth gets a best opportunity to murder Duncan and become the king. That is the thing that happens in Act 1. And we also see that Macbeth is not that interested, but Lady Macbeth forces him that you have to do it, questions, mocks his masculinity, says you're not even a guy, okay, you are worthless. Sorry, don't use the word guy, always use man, okay, because guy is an informal word, right? You can talk like that with your friends, but not in the answer paper. So Act 2, when Act 2 starts, we see that he is completely ready. He says that, okay, I will follow whatever you have said, whatever might be the bent of my mind, I will have to prove myself that I'm a brave man, I'm not a coward to my wife, so I have to do it. So he decides that, okay, he follow, remember the last line, false face must hide what the false art doth know. So this is the last line of Act 1, which shows that the Macbeth is completely ready to commit that murder. Now Act 2 starts. In Act 2, what do we see? In Act 2, we find that in the number of scenes, I guess there are 4 scenes in Act 2. In that 4 scenes only, you will see that the murder is carried out. Okay, so this is going to be a very interesting act, the whole act. Okay, and I'm not saying this is Act 2, Scene 1, we are doing all-in-one video and over here only you will see the murder happen. But the murder is going to be committed within Act 2 itself. So by the time you finish Class 9, you finish Class 11, you will have seen the murder happening, right? So that is going to be very interesting. Without any more ado, let us begin. And we are going to do the questions, important lines I will tell you. So that is important over here. Those who haven't yet followed slothskill.com, do check it. You will find a lot of content for practice over there, grammar as well as literature. And moreover, if you want to share your question papers with me for discussion, we are also continuing that series completely free, of course. So you can share the PDF, make a proper PDF, send it to me. Otherwise, it will be rejected. The mail ID, slothskill.contact@gmail.com, right? So let us start Act 2, Scene 1. Let us move to the first slide. Okay. Macbeth's castle, enter Banquo and Fleance. Who is this particular character? This is a new character that is introduced to us. Fleance is actually the son of Banquo, right? So Banquo is asking Fleance, how goes the night? That means, what is the time? Okay, what is the time? Tell me the time. And Fleance says, the moon is down. I have not heard the clock. That means Fleance is saying that the moon has set, right? So the moon is down. So it is already, of course, it is going to be. I have not heard the clock. I cannot see what is the exact time, but I can tell you that the moon is down. So possibly it is quite late, right? So Banquo says, and she goes down at 12. So she generally goes down at 12 o'clock. That means it is, I take it is later. So it of course has to be beyond 12 o'clock, right? It has to be beyond 12 o'clock. That is why the moon is down. Bang. That is it. That means we can, from the picture also, we can understand that the, the setting is very dark. And you see the picture, it is very dark over here, right? Next. Fleance. I think it is later than that, sir. Okay, Banquo. Hold that. Hold. Take my sword. So, take this sword. This is for your protection. Keep it with you. Everywhere it is so dark. So, it might be dangerous for you. So, keep this sword with you. My sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Very important line. Questions can come. There's husbandry in heaven. That means heaven is not very they are very economical. Trying to save, just like we are economical. That means we do not want to save a lot of money. We want to save. Okay. So that way has the sky, the heaven is also being very economical. Why? Their candles are all out because they are not being thrifty. Why? They are not spending much in their lights. what are the lights of heaven? Of course, the stars, the moon and stuff. So these are not present in the sky, which shows that the sky is saving its lives. Okay, not wasting much in the lives. Take thee that too. So take my cloak also, take my sword also. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me. So something is bothering me a lot. Something is, weighing me like lead. I don't want to sleep. I cannot sleep. Something is bothering me from the inside. Merciful powers, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. That means, let the gods in heaven save me from bad dreams. I cannot sleep. I'm constantly bothered by bad dreams. So I just wish that I am saved from these bad dreams. We know that there is a kind of premonition, there is a subconscious feeling of Banco that something wrong is going to happen. We can understand that Banco is also a wise man. He knows that something is doing in the house. Or you can say this is a sixth sense that is telling him. Who's there? Macbeth, a friend. So while these two people are talking, somebody else comes in, that is our character Macbeth. We have already seen this picture before. Macbeth, very worried, very disturbed. A friend, Banco. What, sir? Not yet at rest? So I am still not asleep. This is quite a time. That means it is already beyond midnight. The king's abed. The king is already sleeping. He hath been in unusual pleasure. That means he has been very happy because of your hospitality, right? And sent forth great largesse. So largesse means reward to your offices. So he has sent a lot of reward to the various servants in your house, to the staff, you can say one word. This diamond, so he has also given this diamond to me so that I can give it to your wife, okay, as a gift, okay. Why a gift? Because of her hospitality in such a short period of time. Gives Macbeth a diamond. You can see how good, how generous this king was, right? He doesn't even know that this lady is actually plotting against him. By the name of the most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content. So what is it saying? That by the name of the most kind hostess. Why has he given this? He has given this for to your wife, okay, because she has been so kind and generous. And shut up in measureless content. Shut up in measureless content, matlab he went to sleep. Shut up, shut his eyes closed, okay. And in what? In measureless content. So happily he has gone to sleep. Very satisfied he was before going to sleep. Macbeth. He does not know that he is not going to wake up anymore. Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect. So we wanted to do a lot. Macbeth is just being very modest. He says that I wanted to do a lot for Duncan, but I could not do it because we were not ready enough. He suddenly popped up in our house. Which else should Free have wrought? Otherwise, we could have welcomed him even better. Banco. All's well, so it is not a problem. He is satisfied. I dreamed last night of the three weird sisters. To you, they have shown some truth. So you see what he's thinking about. He still thinks about this problem, that those three witches came, showed certain things to Macbeth. What is its impact on Macbeth and stuff? So, Macbeth, I think not of them. Imagine. Just Act 1, Scene 7, he had said, I will hide my face in the false city. So he says that I am not thinking about them yet. Yet is the catchword, yet. When we can entreat, that means when we can find an hour to serve, that means when we have some free time, we would spend it in some words upon the business. So we would talk about that matter also. If you would grant the time, if you have time, we will talk on that. Banco. At your kind leisure, okay, whenever you are free, we can talk. Macbeth. If you shall keep, this is very important again, if you shall keep to my consent, that means if you always work for me, if you are loyal to me, when it is time, it shall make honor for you. That means if you are loyal to me in every situation, I will see that you are rewarded, you are honored for that. So he is trying to take Banco in his own team over here. Banco is a very loyal, noble character. He says, so I lose none in seeking to augment it. So he says that unless and until I am doing something incorrect, unless and until I have to do something wrong to serve you, I am there beside you. That means indirectly he says, or very directly he says, that I am not going to do anything which is incorrect, which is not right for yourself. But still keep my bosom franchise and allegiance clear. But that means if I can keep my heart free and faithful to the king. If my heart is free of any kind of conscience, if if I don't have to answer my conscience, if I am faithful, if I can still be faithful to the king, then I shall be always beside him. So he has a doubt whether following Macbeth would be being loyal to the king or not, right? Macbeth, good repose the while. Okay, may you have good sleep. He stops the topic over here because he already understands that this is not the man who is going to help him or be loyal to him if he is going to murder Dunkirk. Banquo, thanks sir, the like to you. So I also wish the same for you. Hope you have a good night. So Banquo and Fiance, they leave the stage. Now this part is extremely important. Why? Because this picture I somehow managed to get it, and this is very, very relevant. Try to imagine it and always think it from the point of view where you are very stressed. Imagine before the exam you are highly stressed and things come up when you sleep into your mind. Maybe you are imagining in your dream that you could not reach the exam hall, or possibly you did not take the admit card to the exam hall and you could not write the exam and you failed. These are the things that come into your mind because in the subconscious you are highly worried about your exam. Only when you are worried, these kind of things come to your mind. Okay? So we will see here that because Macbeth's subconscious tells him, do not commit this crime, do not murder the king. He was forced by his wife. Still his subconscious is kind of, in a very confused state, in a very stressed up situation. Okay? So we will see how his brain behaves. Macbeth. Go bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell, go thee to bed. So Macbeth tells the servant also, that you also go fall asleep. Once my drink is ready, tell my wife to ring the bell. That will be enough. You don't have to stay away. So we can understand this person also is being sent to bed so that he gets a clear area, zone, so that he can commit the murder without any witnesses, right? So this bell will actually not be the bell for a drink. It will be bell to murder Duncan. Okay, get thee to bed. Now, servant has also left. Now, Macbeth says, is this the dagger which I see before me? So suddenly, he imagines a dagger in front of him. He sees a dagger in front of him. The handle towards my hand. So if this is a dagger, imagine this, the pen cap is the handle area. So this is facing me. Okay. Hand that, come, let me clutch thee. So it is just dangling in front of him. So he says that let me catch the dagger. Okay. But I have thee not, so I cannot catch you. I don't have you. And yet I see thee still. I can see you floating over here. But as soon as I try to catch it, I cannot catch. What is this case? Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? So can I not touch you as I can see him? Are you not tangible? Are you just, you are just visible, not tangible. Is that so? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? Are you created by the mind? Are you just a hallucination? A false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain. You can quote this phrase, very, very important phrase. Heat oppressed brain, as I was explaining. When you are highly stressed out, highly depressed, highly bothered, confused about something, then your brain, often creates these kind of imaginations. So this is created by your stressed out brain. Very easy. Next, I see thee yet. So I can still see him. I went to touch you, I could not touch the handle of it, but I can still see this floating in front of me. Form as palpable, that means it seems very, tangible. I can touch you, as this which now I draw. So the dagger that I have with me, it looks exactly same as this one. And it is as tangible looking as this one. Similar. Thou marshalled me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. So I am going to use that dagger only now. And this dagger is floating and moving which place? To Duncan's room. We're taking me to my destination where I am supposed to use this dagger on somebody. My eyes are made the fools of the other senses. So what is it trying to say? Either my eyes or the other senses are false. Either my eyes is not telling the truth. I'm seeing things which is not there. Or my other senses are false. Any one is true. Or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and judgment gouts of blood. So I can even see on that blade a little bit of blood, oozing out, as you can see in the picture also, which was not so before. So he gets clarity. This dagger is actually in his mind. It gives him clarity that this side is facing you. That means you are going to hold the dagger. Here you find blood. That means this is going to be the blood of Duncan. And this dagger is leading you to Duncan's room. That means Duncan needs to be killed. Okay. There is no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. So it is a bloody business. It is a bloody deed. And it informs that I am going to do something. And that is what I am seeing. I haven't done it, but I am going to do it. So that the future is being shown to me like this. Right? Now, over the one half world, nature seems dead and wicked dreams abuse. Abuse means disturb over here. The curtain sleep. So somebody who is sleeping very peacefully. This is the night time, and in the night time only, when all people are sleeping very peacefully, that is the time when, when certain things happen. So this is the relevant picture for that. This is the time which is favorable for witchcraft. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings. Pale Hecate is a very important character over here, goddess of the moon and of witchcraft. So it actually, Hecate. So Hecate, this is a character, the goddess of Hecate. Which is offers sacrifices this time. Okay, and this is the time when the world sleeps and it is often disturbed by nightmares. It is often disturbed by the ghosts. Okay, and meanwhile, what is happening in this favorable time? Withered murder, that means the ghost-like murderer, alarmed by his sentinel. Sentinel is actually the wolf. Okay, the hounds, he is awakened. The murderer is awakened by the hounds of the wolf, as you can see in this picture. He is woken up. And all the, the criminal minded, the bad things, the evil deeds, he remembers those and he sets out to do that. All the different evil deeds, okay, it happens generally in the dead of the night, right? So that is why it is being said that the darkness, the hound of the wolves, Hecate, all these are related to that negativity which makes that murderer get up and carry out his evil deed. He relates him. There is an allusion also over here which is of Tarquin, Sextus Tarquin. Tarquin was actually one of those Roman kings who he had a friend. Okay, I don't exactly remember the name. Possibly something with C. Okay, something. Okay, I forgot the name. So this friend of his had a very beautiful wife. Okay, the wife's name was Mukherjee. She was very, very pretty and beautiful. So when Tarquin came to know, imagine the cruelty, when Tarquin came to know that his friend had such a beautiful wife, and when he was invited, he saw that lady also. He was so drawn to that lady that one night when his friend was not there in the house, he went and forcefully raped Lucretia. Okay, so that happened also in the night, and he stealthily went so that his friend would not know and he would commit this crime. So he compares himself to Sextus Tarquin, saying he is also as cruel as Sextus Tarquin, and he is also doing that same evil deed to, a guest. See, Duncan is also can be related to this Lucretia. No, Lucretia never knew that Tarquin would be. That is why she opened the gate, isn't it? She thought that this is just my husband's friend. Similarly, Duncan also thought that he is a very great general, very good-hearted person. I have come here to, to greet him and stuff. Okay, to reward him. So he will take care of me. Duncan never knew that he is going to be killed today. So similarly, I am also walking to Duncan's chamber very stealthily. Okay, and I am going to kill him. Thou sure and firm set art, hear not my steps. So he is requesting the ground not to hear my steps, so that it can also become a proof that he is going towards Duncan's room. If you make a lot of sound while you are walking, he requests earth so that earth also helps him not to make that much sound. He can silently go. For fear thy very stones prate means tell tales of my whereabouts. I don't want to declare where I am going, so I am requesting the earth, the ground, the stones not to make much noise. And take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives. So while I am constantly talking, okay, this is this word is this word means that while I am going on prating, I am going on talking. Duncan lives. So my work is not done yet. So I have to finish that. Words to the heat of deeds, too cold breath gives. That means if you are talking too much, finally you cannot carry out the deed. If you keep on saying that I am doing this, I am going to win this, I am going to win the race, stuff, blah, blah, blah. So ultimately, you will not be able to win it. So let me not talk, let me be silent and commit the deed that I have to do. Okay. Next, a bell rings and I go and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell. So he says he is a kind of, he tells Duncan that do not hear this sound of the bell. I hope he hasn't heard it, because this is the bell which is actually your funeral bell. Knell is actually a bell, a funeral bell that will take you either to heaven or to hell. And this bell is, for me, it is a kind of reminder that I have to kill Duncan. For Duncan, it is a bell, although he will not be able to hear it. This is a bell that is leading him either to heaven or to hell. So here we come to an end to Act 2, Scene 1. There are 4 scenes over here, as you know. Act 2 में 4 scene hai, and we have finished the first one, where the second part is extremely interesting and important. The soliloquy, where his heat-oppressed brain is thinking certain things, is hallucinating about the murder, and he sets out to commit that murder. So we will see in the next scene what happens when he is inside Duncan's chamber and what this Lady Macbeth has to do in that case, right? So I hope you liked the session, you understood the lines and the meanings and everything. I had to try to provide you as much detail as possible. Still, there are some like allusions and stuff which is left, certain intricate between the line things which is left. But don't worry, that also we will discuss in the questions, possibly not in the class, because this is all in one video, so I have completed the explanation. In the questions, possibly we will finish off discussing those, okay, the intricate ones. Thank you. I hope you will be following me, and you will not forget to share the channel to everybody so that they also can benefit from this free content. So see you in the next class with Act 2, Scene 2, and hope you will join in the grammar series also that we are discussing, the preposition, phrase and verb 1. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care.